Hello, lovelies. This is 5 Minute Manifesting, and I'm your host, Lovey Brown. Thank you so much for listening. I'm thrilled that you're here. Today is March 1st, the first day of a new month, and I'm back. I made a new episode yesterday, so I hope that you know that I'm back and I'm excited to be here. So to start off March, I would like for us to do a March money challenge to manifest some money into our life, unexpected money into our life. The reason I want to do this is for a few reasons. One, most of the people who talk to me and reach out to me about this podcast are manifesting a specific person. And that's wonderful. It's part of the reason I started this podcast is because I've manifested a specific person. And I know that I wanted to hear stories from someone like me. And I was having trouble finding that type of information when I was doing my manifesting journey to manifest a specific person. There's lots of information out there now. Lots of people have caught on to this sort of creating content about manifestation and getting these stories out there. But I think the more the merrier is my personal opinion on that. But I think sometimes, all that to say, sometimes manifesting on a topic that's not your primary topic, the primary thing that you maybe have a lot of resistance to, or maybe, you're just struggling to sort of get clarity about exactly what it is because there's always big emotions. So if you're manifesting a specific person, I would love for you to consider if this resonates with you. If this doesn't, and you're like, I'm not interested in money right now, Lovey, I get back to the SP content. I hear you. But I want you to consider manifesting something different from your main sort of focus. And if that's an SP or a romantic relationship, then just consider maybe manifesting some extra money. Like, we can all use extra money. And the reason I am suggesting that to you is because it works the same way. Manifesting works the same way, with the same tools, with the same you, I amness, being consciousness, and selecting your reality. So since it works the same way, the tools that you apply to manifesting money can be applied to manifesting a specific person. And so if you get some practice manifesting money, something that you maybe have less resistance to, then you can apply those lessons that you learn to manifesting a specific person. So I hope that makes sense. I intend that it does. Two, we can all use more money, right? Money is just fun to have, and it's it can do things in our life, and it's kind of the currency that we in 3D reality have agreed upon to use to get things that we want, right? So I just think that a money manifestation challenge in March would be fun. So that's what I'm suggesting today. So how does the challenge work? Sure. So this challenge is going to be for a full month, which I know is a long time, but I do think daily practice for a sustained period of time really builds discipline and consistency that will help you manifest anything you want into your life. So all 31 days of March, starting today, I want you to choose an amount of money. It can be any amount of money that you want to choose. It can be $100. It can be $1,000,000. It can be $100,000. Whatever. I would choose something, especially if you're new to manifesting money, I would choose an amount of money that feels likely. Like that you're not having to stretch your imagination a whole lot to really get the feeling of it. And it just depends on where you are in your manifesting journey, and it depends on how much money you're used to having in your bank account and that sort of thing. But it doesn't really matter the amount. If you want to really shoot for the stars and go for $1,000,000 and that's what you want to do with this challenge, absolutely do that. I don't want to discourage you from that at all. But I do think choosing an amount of money that feels like a little bit of a stretch, right? But that feels like it's possible, I think is just a good place to start. That's just a tip. So choose your amount of money. Then decide what you're going to commit to for the next 30 days to manifest that amount of money. It can literally be any manifesting technique. It doesn't have to be something you do every single day of March, although I think that's a good idea. But like, say you want to do something like an imaginal scene, and you want to commit to doing this imaginal scene like once a week during March. And once a week, you really commit to going into your imagination and really living that imaginal scene. You can do that. So it doesn't have to be like every single day if you don't want it to be. Or you can pick to do robotic affirmations, and you're going to do, 500 affirmations a day about the amount of money that you're manifesting. You get to decide. This is your challenge. This is your money manifestation challenge. You get to decide. So the rules are clarity, right? Step one of manifesting, decide what you want, decide on an amount of money. And then you're going to decide also, which is the next part of manifesting is doing your focusing work, doing the focusing work. So you're going to decide, you're going to get clarity. You're going to decide what you want. You're going to decide on your focusing method, the amount, like if you're going to do it every day, if you're going to do it once a week. And then you're going to just commit to that thing for the whole month of March. And then you're not really going to do anything else. That's all you're going to do. Like if you notice, now there are other parts of manifesting that we've talked about in this podcast. If you notice that you have a lot of resistance to $1 million, maybe consider lowering it to $100,000. Or if you notice that you really are stuck on the how, like you're really just obsessed with the idea of it being a lottery win versus another way the money could come, that's a how, and the how is not our decision or our choice necessarily. I mean, you can do some focusing work and make the how part of it, but it's easier to leave that part out, I think. That's my opinion. So if you're having a lot of resistance and you need to release resistance, you do that work as it comes up. And then just, do you think manifesting money is possible for you? Yes or no? It doesn't matter what the answer is. If the answer is no, you just tell yourself, like, I can feel this way and still get my manifestation. You can also soothe yourself with like some possibility questions, like, why don't I think it's possible for me? Well, it's possible for other people, so it's possible that it's possible for me. So you can kind of soothe yourself into getting there, if that makes sense. So that's the challenge. That's it. So it's pretty simple. I'll just briefly go over it one more time because I kind of got really long-winded there. And one, you're going to pick the amount of money. You're going to get clarity on what you want. Two, you're going to pick your focusing method. How are you going to practice this skill of manifesting, this deliberate creation of selecting the reality that you want? And so that can be whatever you want it to be with that amount of money. And then you're going to do it. You're going to follow through on that plan for the every day of March. And I will touch base throughout the month with episodes about the Money Manifestation Challenge. I'm going to be doing this challenge with you. And so at the end of the month, we will see how it goes. So thank you so much for listening, and may you manifest exactly what you want.